Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Titi, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the demonization of African culture. So I've been thinking about this thing for a very long time, and honestly I don't have no answers to it. I feel like it's just a continuous confusion when it comes to the African culture, the African roots, and a whole lot of stuff. And to be honest with you guys, I feel like it's something kind of spiritual, but hear me out. Because I know like Africans, most of our thing is like, oh, it's spiritual, is this, is that. But let's be honest, a lot of the things that we just ask ourselves, we have too much how, too much why, like how did it happen, why, and why did we even let this stuff happen? Even just for me explaining it to you guys, I'm already getting confused. It's just a confusing subject that I feel like I've never seen anybody touch on the subject to the point where it's like I understand. I've asked a lot of people, I've listened to videos, done research, and I still don't get no answers that I've been looking for. So the demonization of African culture. We all know before the whites or the colonizers or whatsoever, before they came to Africa, we had our own culture, we had our own way of believing things, our own way of getting through life basically. They brought about Christianity, but before Christianity came to Africa, Africans had their own way of navigating with someone who they thought was the supreme being, which is our ancestor. We used to communicate through our ancestors and stuff like that. They still have people who do it, but let's not get to that part as of now. So it's like, so we've been doing this thing for a very long time. My people, they've been doing those things for a very long time. So it's like, so when the white man came, the white man didn't come with slavery, that's for sure. The white man, like I said, was observant, very observant, pay keen attention to things. So one thing about Africans, or maybe human being in general, we tend to, let's just say the less fortunate people, we tend to maybe implore them and not treat them so good. So that wasn't slavery per se, but Africans had their own way of dealing with people who were under in their own, like our own Africans, the one who wasn't like up to class with us, yes, the one who wasn't our caliber and stuff, we treated them in some funny ways. So when the white came, it's like the white basically, from what I understand, is like when the white people came, the Africans that were already treating their own people, they came and tried to talk to them and make them feel like, oh, we, like the white men and the Africans who are enslaving our, or maltreating their own people, they were equals basically. So they wanted like slave trade, but in a more civilized way. You know, if somebody want to come and enslave you, they're not about to tell you like, oh, I want you to be my slave. Not like that. So what they did was they started trading stuff. They started trading things. From trade, it became something with materials, and then it started becoming like with humans and stuff. So our own African brothers were selling us out to the white. That's how slave trade started. So when the people noticed like, oh, these Africans or these black people that are coming to our country, they're actually doing well when it comes to labor work and things. So I feel like we should do more, they were basically greedy, and maybe they still are. They wanted our natural resources, they wanted the land, they wanted the people, like they wanted the people just for working, just for slaves. It's not like they were so interested in us in any type of way. So that's how it started, right? But this video is not all about slavery. I know I'm cutting it short, but it's not all about slavery. It's more of a thing with, it's everything all around, like the demonization of our culture. But I just want to give you guys a brief history on how all these things started. So it's like these people came, they brought about religion. They started saying like, oh, African practices, they were basically maybe diabolical and stuff like that. So they started bringing about Jesus Christ, started explaining about Jesus Christ, and a whole lot of you. Mind you, before anything, I'm a Christian, and I'm still going to be a Christian after this video, but certain things do not add up. So how is it that you want to bring a religion that's, let's just say, the good one basically? So you want to bring a religion that's supreme compared to what we already doing, like our traditional practices and stuff. But then, yeah, I'm gonna sound so dumb when I say this, but how is it, I always question myself, how is it there's nothing really prominent, there's nothing really like special about Africans that relates to the Bible? How is it like I don't hear any African nation being mentioned in the Bible? So for me, I always ask this question, oh my God, forgive me, but why is it that maybe Jesus wasn't born in somewhere in Africa? If Jesus was a God that is so universal and so accepting of people and everything, he created all of us in his own image. How is it like the black side, like you yeah, Jerusalem, Bethlehem, and a whole lot of places? I know some people are gonna argue and say, oh, the people are gonna say like, oh, we have Ethiopia and stuff in the Bible, we have Egypt. But if you look at those regions, okay, so it's more of a thing where it's like it was just one human being. It's like, oh, this person helped God, like, and this person is probably black. So it could go two ways for me. This is what I feel like. I feel like it's either something where it's like there's something in the Bible that relates to Africans that we Africans or the world itself is not saying. Because this same Bible, they extracted 88 chapters from the Bible. And I don't think God gave anybody the right to extract anything from the Bible. If he didn't want it to be there, it wasn't going to be there. So people decided, a certain group of people decided to extract things from the Bible. And then they said like that explanation is going to be, oh, it's not beneficial for the human to know. Or it's like, oh, the Bible verses or the scriptures are already in the Bible, why you don't pay attention to that one. It doesn't make no sense, because it's like at the end of the day, God inspired humans to write the Bible for a reason. He didn't God himself didn't exclude anything. So why mankind should come and exclude certain things from the Bible? So it's like it's more of a thing where for me maybe it's superficial to some people. I feel like African culture and African like traditional stuff has a lot to do with the Bible itself. Even though I know the white man was the one who brought the Bible, but I feel like there's a there's a particular place in the Bible that relates to black people, whether somebody like it or not. That's my own belief. And that's why they want to demonize our culture so bad. They want to make it seem like, oh, you're doing this. It's like, you guys, I know this video, I'm just going from points to points to points, right? But like I said, this whole thing is all like, it's so confusing, right? Because at the end of the day, I still don't have answers for nothing that I'm saying to you. But it's just some things that I have, it just been playing on my mind. I'm like, why these people want to demonize our culture so bad? But then how is it like we Africans, like when it comes to Bible, when it comes to religious stuff, even the Muslims, they're so up to it. Like we so black people in general, we take religion and stuff so personal. So it's like, damn, we're taking these things personal. But me reading the Bible as a black person is like, I don't feel included in no way, shape, or form. If somebody from the Middle East reading the Bible, they feel more like, they're like, yes, this person, they, there was someone in Bethlehem, Jerusalem, and it's not far from my country. I don't know. I feel like for me, if I were reading the Bible and I saw somewhere like, or maybe they having Senegal in the Bible, or they having like Nigeria, Liberia in the Bible, it's like I feel more like, yes, even God feet touch my land basically. Like the man I praise so much, the man I worship, like he passed in my land. So which mean like, I don't know, you just feel accepted in some ways. But it's like when you hear about Africa, it's either maybe Esther going to marry somebody or like those things. So for me, it's just the overall confusion for me. But this is basically it, you guys. I know, I don't know, I feel that this video don't really make too much sense, but hey, that's it. That's up for you. That's for you guys to judge though. But that's basically it. That's the thought that been on my mind. Like,